Nice to meet you.
You too. Alright, before we begin, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Arysta Sturgis. I'm going to be your medical social worker today. And I'm just here because I was referred to you by your PCP, personal care provider. And with that being said, since they referred me, everything that you share with me today and in our next meetings will be shared with them as well. And if it needs to go any further than that with the information, I will let you know before I disclose that information that you've shared with me, okay? All right. Would you like to introduce yourself today?
Hi, my name is Sam.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, Sam, can you explain to me what might have brought you in today?
So I had a check-in with my doctor about my leg that was injured in an accident, and he just really wanted me to talk about like some of the things that he found concerning.
Yes. Your care provider has disclosed information that you have tested positive for marijuana on a drug test, and that is why I'm here. He is very concerned for your on your substance abuses that you have disclosed to him. All right. Would you like to share any further about this accident that you've been a part of?
So like 2 years ago, I was baling hay for my dad because it was like hay season, and so I had the baler out, and I got caught in the feed track, and my leg got pretty screwed up, and so I've had to be doing physical therapy for 2 years, and it's just not helping as much as I really want it to.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Also, before I ask any more questions, is it okay that I take notes?
Absolutely.
All right. Before we get into all of the main things that we need to speak about today, can you disclose any hobbies that you might be interested in doing?
So I hang out with my best friend a lot. He's really cool. We kind of just really drive around and talk.
Okay.
I used to do sports, but I haven't really been doing them recently because it's kind of hard with my leg.
What sports did you used to do?
I used to do soccer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. How did your soccer schedule conflict with working at your father's farm?
So I kind of just worked for my dad sometimes. It wasn't really like a contracted job. He just like when he needed help.
Okay.
So not a whole lot.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Alrighty, I have some questions for you, if that's okay. Do you have any health issues as of right now other than your leg?
I haven't been diagnosed with anything, no. It's kind of just like all of my medical appointments have been just surrounding my leg and like the pain that I feel.
Okay, awesome. Well, obviously not awesome, but I'm sorry that happened to you, of course. Does your leg still cause you problems other than walking? Like, do you feel any pain?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I can't walk right, even still, like, even though it's been 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes it kind of hard to get out of the house and do things.
Okay, while on that subject, how far did you make it in your education?
So, I did have to drop out because of all of like the hospitalization when I was 16. I've been trying to get my GED, but like it's really, really hard to get out of the house, and somebody has to drive me, and so I can't go very often. And so I'm in classes, I'm doing the study stuff, but like I can't make it all the time.
Okay, that's understandable. How far along are you with your GED?
So I think last time I tested, I passed like 2 of the 5 requirements. So I have a while to go, but it shouldn't take me more than a year if I like actually study.
Okay, awesome. Are you going to continue studying for it?
I want to get my GED. I think that it'll be good for me because I want to go. I was wanting to go into a technical fields before the accident. So.
Okay. What school did you attend to for your vocational studies?
It was just it was like a high school programming thing where like they just offer additional like classes for agriculture or something.
Awesome. Alrighty. Compared to other people your age, do you feel like you have the same goals and expectations in life?
I think that at 18, like a lot of 18-year-olds are like going to college and moving out, and I don't think I can see myself doing that, but I want to be doing that. So I mean, yeah, I have those aspirations, but I don't think that they feel doable right now.
Okay, what do you see yourself doing in later years after your leg heals up, if it does?
I would like to have a job and to, have my own house, so I don't feel like I have to rely on my parents, because I love my parents. They're great, and they've really helped me through this transition, but I worry that I put too much pressure and stress in their life.
Yes. Okay. What career do you aspire to go into?
Welding.
Welding. All right.
Would be super cool.
After you get your After you get your GED, do you plan on going to
a technical college?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Crowder does a welding program in the city, so I wouldn't have to go very far. It would just be about me being able to drive again, or at least having like consistent rides to like continue my education, because that's like really been a struggle for me, because my leg isn't healed. I can't drive, and then there's not always like somebody who can take me to classes.
Yes. Okay. What exactly does your support system look like? So, like family or friends?
Yeah. So obviously, like, I used to be close with my soccer team, but like recently I haven't been as much anymore. Though my best friend has still been seeing me like all the time, so I hang out with him a lot. And then I live with my parents. My mom works at a factory, so she isn't always home, but she is really good about like being a part of my life. And then my dad is a farmer, and so he's always at home, and he's always working on our farm. And so I feel like I'm closest to like those 3 people.
Okay. Speaking of the farm again, do you still help out around the farm?
I'm not really able to. I mean, my dad scraps metal like on the side, and I'm still able to help him with that aspect of it, but I can't actually do like the plowing anymore.
Okay. I know we already spoke about your marijuana usage, but furthering on to that, what are some more substances that you might abuse on your day-to-day life? Is that a good thing to ask, or is that mean?
It's not mean. Yeah, it's not mean.
It's not? Is that a good question? Or should I rephrase it?
I would rephrase it, but it's not inherently bad.
Okay.
It feels poignant.
Okay.
Not a bad thing. I will answer the question.
Okay, hold on. Let me
Okay.
rephrase it.
Yeah.
All right, furthering on, I know that we already spoke about your marijuana usage, and I was wondering, what are some aspects of your life that you've seen affected by your use of substances?
Yeah. So I've been smoking a lot recently, and my parents really don't like it when I smoke. That's always kind of like been something that they hate. My friend doesn't really mind, so that's why I've been hanging out with him so often. But like, I feel like I can't talk to them about it ever. So I feel like there are some things that I have to hide from them whenever it comes to that.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, does your marijuana usage, does it help maintain the pain that you have from your leg and your accident?
Yeah, I started smoking because it was helping me with some pain repression, and then yeah, it's continued.
Okay. Has your marijuana usage grown since the beginning?
It has increased. Yeah, I've been consistently using more than I used to.
Okay. Do you use any other substances?
I do drink, probably more than I should, but like only 2 beers. I mean maybe 3 like a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ever think negatively about yourself or the things that you can do?
I mean, like, it's hard to do a lot of things, so I don't know that I necessarily have a. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. Do you ever think negatively about yourself or about how you might be able to do some of the activities that you find intriguing?
Yeah, I have limited mobility right now, and it's felt like an eternity since I've had this limited mobility. So life feels really pressing right now, and I feel like I can't do a whole lot. I don't have a lot of the freedoms that I used to have because I was 16. I was just able to drive. I was doing all of these activities, and now I can't really function in the same way that I used to.
Okay. Okay, this might be very off topic for the topic that we're speaking of, but what are your religious beliefs?
I believe that there is a God. I don't go to church very often, but like I go to church with my family on like holidays.
Okay.
So.
Okay. You don't have any okay, scratch that, never mind.
Okay.
Alright, let's move on. Never mind. How would you describe your current employment status?
So I don't have a job, and like with my medical, I don't know if I can keep a job, just because like I can't go places, and like I have medical appointments all the time. But I've been helping my dad with like the scrap medaling thing, and so I've been making like some money, like a little bit of money on the side because of that. It's like I'm not completely broke, but I don't have a job.
Would you like to get a job soon?
I think that looking for someplace that I can actually work is something that I want to do in the future. there's a lot of stressors, you know? Like, I just don't think I can right now.
Okay. And what kind of job would you be willing to do?
It would have to be a job where I could, like, sit down at some points.
Okay. Do you have any real financial needs to get a job?
No. I live with my parents. My mom has medical insurance, and so that's covered me up until this point financially, and it hasn't been an issue. I just also want to be able to feel independent, and I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay. Alright. Do you have any legal involvement, such as maybe traffic violations or anything like that?
No.
No?
No, it's been a couple of years since I've, like, even been out of the house by myself, so I don't really have anything like that.
Before your accident, if you don't mind me asking, did you have your license or anything? Like, could you get around by yourself?
I had my license. I didn't have, like, my own car, so, like, I just borrowed one of my dad's trucks.
Okay.
And I just, like, drove myself to school and to practice and whatever.
Alright. Along with what I asked you earlier about your hobbies, what do you like to do in your free time?
So right now, what would you like to do? I don't know. Obviously he smokes, but that's not really what does he like to do in his free time? Write poetry.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not a good poet, but I really like to, like, read poetry right now. It feels like some things really connect with me. Yeah.
Okay. Does that help with your mental health status right now?
I think that it's been, like, beneficial. I feel a little bit like other people go through the same things as me.
Okay. Are there any changes within your community that you've seen happen since your accident? Like, do people act differently towards you now than they used to?
Well, yeah. I mean, like, my friends, I can't hang out with my friends as much as I used to, and so I'm not really close with them anymore. And then, like, obviously, I'm crippled. I have my leg broke, and so people just kind of sometimes ignore me, but it's kind of normal.
Okay. Does that make you feel some type of anger towards the people of your community?
Not anymore. Like, it used to. Yeah, it used to, but not anymore.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like to change within your community?
Not really.
No?
No, I can't think of anything.
Okay. What is your cultural background, if you don't mind me asking?
So, both of my parents are from Mexico.
Okay.
And so were, like, my grandparents and my tios and tias. So they came, like, when they were, like, 20. They moved here, they got married, they had me. So I've grown up, like, with some Mexican family, and I definitely have, like, a lot of meetings with them. Like, we meet every week, and, like, have meals meals together. So I feel like I've grown up a lot in that culture. But also, like, I'm in a big white town.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, none of my friends are really, like, Hispanic.
Does a lot of your family live in the United States now?
Yeah, a lot of my extended family lives even in the area.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm fairly close with a good chunk of them.
Okay. And where exactly are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Neosho.
Okay.
Mhm.
Neosho, Missouri.
Neosho, Missouri.
All right. So what is your marital status?
I'm single.
Single.
I have been for a while.
Okay. Do you think your disability has a play in that?
I mean, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really get out of the house very often, and so I don't really meet people.
Okay. Are you interested in finding a companion or anything like that?
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah. Okay. Who in your household took care of the day-to-day tasks at hand?
I mean, like, mostly my dad, because my mom works, like, 12-hour shifts. But, like, both of them covered, like, all of the things.
Okay.
For the most part.
Is your dad a big role model for you?
I think so. He is a really, like, strong and powerful person, and he feels really confident in himself. And obviously he moved here when he was, like, hit himself, basically, and supported himself and his wife and his newborn baby. So,
Okay.
it's impressive.
Does that make you want to either further your relationship with him or make your relationship stronger?
Yeah, I feel like we're close. We've grown apart in some ways because of, like, the people I hang around, and then I am not able to really, like, be around him on the farm and actually do work quite as much as I used to, and so I feel like I'm less close with him than I used to be, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like you said earlier, with your dad being home all the time, is there any means of you expressing yourself and that causing danger to yourself?
I mean, like, I don't think so. No. No.
Okay. If you could change one thing about your current living arrangements, what would that be?
I mean, I would like to not be so dependent on, like, the people in my life. I feel like I'm a burden sometimes.
Okay. Why do you feel that way?
Well, because, like, I can't actually do a lot of things for myself, and I really do have to rely on other people to get, like, to go to class and to go into town to talk to people, and even, like, to get around at all, because I can barely use my leg, and I have to have them drive me to appointments, and it's a lot, and it's everything, and I just want to feel like I'm my own person.
Okay. So, what is one of the negatives that have come from your accident?
can't be like alone and actually be independent.
Okay. And what is one of the strength-based things that has come from your accident?
Well, I mean, I feel like I'm better about okay, do you want to repeat the question and I'll think about it?
Yes, of course. Okay, I said, what are some of your strength-based qualities that came from your accident?
So, I think that, like, even though this is still bothering me and I'm still, like, getting through it right now, I understand more of the medical lingo.
Okay.
Maybe. Like, I go to some of the medical appointments by myself now because people just drop me off and I can, since I'm an adult, and I've been coming to these, like, physical therapy appointments for years. So I feel like I know more about this field than I did before.
Okay. Does that make you interested in furthering your education into maybe being a doctor or something?
Maybe not a doctor, but like if I could be a physical therapist, maybe, but like that's a lot of education and I'm already struggling with my GPA right now.
Okay, that's understandable. Thank you for sharing. All right. What are some of the goals that you would like to accomplish?
Okay. Yeah, I think my biggest like setback right now is transportation.
Okay.
But I really do want to like join some sort of group where I can like actually talk to people.
Okay.
And hang out with people sometimes. And then maybe I should probably like start cutting back on some of my alcohol use because my parents really hate it, and I think they just really don't like that I rely a lot on it.
All right. Has your substance use caused a rift in between your parents' relationship?
They're not like angry at me. It just feels like they're kind of like upset. They just won't tell me about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for meeting with me today. I really enjoyed learning more about you, Sam. And the next time we meet, I will have a list of references about some of the things that we talked about today to try and further your education about some of the things that might be going wrong in your life right now. And some of these references might be able to help you further than what I can do for you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
And we will meet next Thursday at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock sounds great.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.